Welcome in to the JBHL Playoffs here for games 1 and 2 between the Minnesota Mounts and Dewsbury Deers. Hello, everyone. My name is Carl Justin. I am here with Kissington, my color commentator, Boogie, the ref today, and Nixies as well. And it should be a fun one. We're going to go through the Dewsbury roster first and foremost. I mean, we might as well talk about it and get right in. They're sort of sneaking their way in here. That sort of ladder 6 in the bottom half of the standings was sort of a little bit of a rock fight to see who gets in there. But Dewsbury, they do have an X factor in Devonta Smith.
Yes, they definitely do have a X factor in Devonta Smith, but I want to highlight someone who has been incredible as well. VZQW. This guy has been feeding Devonta Smith, and he was one of the main factors in helping them get to that 6-5 overtime loss in regulation, or 6-5 overtime loss to this Minnesota team in that final regular season game.
Of course. I mean, what do you think about VZQ? I mean, Boogie. I mean, it's been a fantastic sort of second half of the season for the rookie, and I mean, it's gotten to the point where sometimes they sort of like switch lines to where VZQ and Devonta Smith aren't on the same line. They really trust him as that second guy. Oh, who? Oh, wow. So we're just getting news from our producer that our VZQ might actually not even show up. So Kissington, egg on your face. But Boogie, I mean, is there any other X factors for this game, at least for Dewsbury?
Maybe Devonta Smith, but he's so inconsistent at times. I think this might have to be an NBA masterclass for them to even remotely push a game 3. Or maybe Hollow PvP will show up and maybe he'll do something, but I don't know where that guy is. Guy's MIA.
Yeah. I mean, I fully agree. It's definitely a put together, a mishmash together roster, Nixies. I mean, overall, the ownership was sort of back and forth. Legals tried everything he can to sort of keep this team in the loop and keep this team afloat. And I mean, he's done a decent job. He's at least got them to the playoffs with the people he's got.
Yeah, and I mean, it really has been Devonta Smith and friends this season. And I think they've really excelled in games without stamina. So to come out here, and obviously stamina is on during these playoff games, so it's going to be tough, I think, for Devonta Smith to try and carry this team without being on the ice for half the time.
And with that being said, we'll go into our head-to-head matchups. Obviously, the matchups to look at right now is clearly Devonta Smith and Angry Ginger Boy. I mean, both these players, Nixies, I'll go to you straight away. I mean, it's great when both these players go head-to-head.
Yeah, and obviously, I think Ginger Boy has kind of had to take a more defensive role with JDB being gone. But now that JDB, I think, should be back in the lineup tonight, Ginger Boy should be unleashed on the offensive side. You know, he did obviously have a big point midway through the season because JDB was out. So I think he's honestly going to perform better than his numbers suggest tonight. But this head-to-head, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, I want to go to you, Kissington. I mean, the biggest story of this Mallards team was the fact that adding Plantus in the middle of the year, even though they accidentally got rid of McCoy before the big boost he had. I mean, Plantus has been probably the perfect secondary guy to Ginger Boy. I mean, they work so well off each other.
Absolutely. Having Plantus here has definitely bolstered this Minnesota offense to be almost, in my opinion, elite. And I feel like that's going to be one of the factors that takes them over because, we've seen multiple times within this league, it's the battle of the second lines. And who better to have than Plantus on that second line?
Gone against him multiple times, and he is a frustrating force. He is really good with handling the puck. But Boogie, I wanted to go right over to you. We talked about Enda really needing to have that masterclass, but we also need to talk about, the goalie of question, Salted and Cooked. He's been strong most of the season, but I think you and I have both seen his shaky starts from time to time. What do you expect out of him tonight?
I have some unfortunate news. It looks like he's having a bit of issues in his house with internet related.
Oh!
I don't know if that's going to affect him or if he's going to be even able to show.
You should have sounded the news siren. That's huge. I mean, Salted and Cooked many people believe is one of, if not the best goalie in the JBHL this season. So that's a huge loss, Nixies.
I don't know if I can confirm or deny that. It doesn't. He is in the Mallards VC currently,
Okay, good sign. Good sign.
so good
I mean-
signs, I think.
I mean, yeah, but who would be the backup? I mean, I think you would know more than anyone of who would be the backup if all of a sudden Salted, has those internet issues, because we've seen internet issues play a factor in players not playing to their full potential.
Currently, I think Zamgator or Whopper is the current backup, unless they put some kind of defensive skater in net. Both are pretty raw, but have some good potential, but I don't think they're playoff ready by any means. So that would be a huge blow to the Mallards.
Yeah, I fully agree. As we are going to go straight into, the looking at the playoff bracket. Obviously, we had two series already. Two Detroit Flamingos winning after going down one game in the series, winning game 2 in overtime, and then winning game 3 in an emphatic fashion 3-1 against the Guangdong Tigers. And then earlier, we had the Nordiques just really getting pushed to the brink by the Loons. So the way it stands, if all the top seeds were to win, you would see, the Nordiques and Flamingos face off. Kissington, what do you think about that matchup?
I do think that will be an incredible matchup. Unfortunately, I do have the Nordiques winning. No offense to the Flamingos. I just feel like they have a little more depth in that perspective.
Yeah, you can't even fault the Flamingos though. Even taking off my pink colored glasses, I mean, half that team has only played like 3 games total together. This is a completely new roster. Obviously, we had two players were unfortunately suspended indefinitely from the Detroit Flamingos, and that really threw a wrench in the plans for DC Gem Master. But I mean, yeah, Boogie, what do you think about the strategy for Dewsbury? Obviously, they're the underdog in this situation. What does Boogie even do? But when it comes to this game, I mean, what do you think the strategy for Dewsbury should be?
Get pucks deep. Good forecheck. Capitalize on Angry Ginger Boy's dumbass pullbacks.
Again, we are live on TikTok, so we're not supposed to swear.
My fault.
Wonderful. Well, we love.
Don't
Wonderful. Anyways, well, don't swear, but yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's really, I think Boogie, I think you could agree. It's just about with this Minnesota team, you have to play perfect. You really have to play disciplined and not force. What is going on down there? But you can't force disaster. You can't have those mental mistakes.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like there's very slim chance they win, especially if Sultan and Cook shows. But Dewsbury. Very slim chance Dewsbury wins, unless they play perfect defense. But even that, I don't think that they have any top tier talent like Plontus or Angry Ginger Boy. So I don't feel like they'll be able to contain them.
Yeah. What do you think that Minnesota has to do to win this series, Nixies? Obviously you've been in the locker room. I think you've talked about it. They're really confident with just everything in general, but you can't let that sort of play as, a detrimental factor. I think you can agree with that.
Yeah, and as Boogie said, if they keep Dew out of the deep end corners, because that honestly was how they gave up, I think, 3 or 4 of the goals in that last series that went to overtime. So, Boogie is right. Dew has to get in deep. So for the Mallards, just keeping them out of the corners, keeping the play in the center of the ice, where they should have an advantage, being mechanically better, except for maybe Devontae Smith. But ultimately, better mechanical players thrive in the middle of the ice. They get more scoring opportunities. So trying to keep it there will be the game plan, I think, for the Mallards.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, overall, it's a lot of good stuff here. We will be joined already by our good pal Monkey. Monkey finally getting on here. Reason why we want to get Monkey on is because of the goalie v goalie matchup. I mean, obviously, for Dewsbury, it's been sort of a revolving door to say the least. But when it comes to Dewsbury and Minnesota, what are you expecting from this goalie matchup?
Salted has been dominant all throughout the season. I think that in terms of goaltending, they probably have the upper hand. But if they can get enough quality shots off on him, Dewsbury can, then I think they have some good scoring opportunities on their hands, especially when that second line is out. What I think Minnesota can't do is stack their lines because that leaves a weakness and that leaves Salted out to dry. And
Yeah,
in terms of
I agree.
Dewsbury, their goaltending was rock solid last time. I mean, we played them as the Raptors. Kissington will oblige. I thought they played pretty good in the second half when they put the other goalie in Ende. So I'm expecting a pretty solid matchup here for both sides.
Yeah, I think you guys can both agree. I think everyone on this panel agree. I think Ed is sort of underrated, especially in this season. I mean, he came in late, but also like ever since he's joined, he actually has been spectacular. He's like you, Monkey, where you sort of came in halfway through the season and really started to perform really well. How does that build the confidence for a team when you're able to step in and sort of, it gives you that confidence that you have a solid goaltender in net?
I mean, if you ask Kizzy, I'm sure he'd give you the same response I'm about to give you. It makes you feel a lot better, knowing that if we let a weak shot up, then it's not going to go in. It's nice to have a rock solid, not to call myself a wall, but it's nice to have someone rock solid in the net to keep strong chances from going in and turn that right back into offense.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, Nixie's, the veteran of everyone here on the panel. I mean, we saw in the BHL playoff game earlier, J.R. Goof, started to sort of lose his mind a little bit after a penalty call. And I feel like that's something that you can see from Minnesota. You have some explosive personalities there with Pontus and Ginger Boy, especially recently. I feel like they've definitely been on edge recently. But overall, I mean, I think you can agree that like keeping your tempers calm is the best way to succeed in the playoffs, because the moment you lose your temper is the moment you lose the game.
Yeah, and I definitely think Zulus is going to have to try and rein him in as well. He's also kind of an explosive personality, but I think he's going to have to kind of reel in the troops tonight, especially if there's a penalty that maybe, could go either way. Anything like that. We just, the Mallards have to keep a level head if they want to really take away the series tonight.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, what do you think about the coaching matchup? I mean, Legal and I feel like Legal and Zulus are sort of on that same level, but what do you personally believe with taking off the green colored glasses?
Taking off the green colored glasses, I definitely think Mallards have a better coaching staff. I know Legal has a big hand in Dewsbury, but Zulus has really stepped up. Pluds has also been helping this last week and a half with trying to help coach up the players. So I think a lot more BHL talented coaching staff for the Mallards might edge out Legal.
With that being said, we will get into score predictions. So we'll start off with Monkey. What do you think about this game, and what do you think about the series?
Although I think Dewsbury stands a chance, I think Minnesota's going to have some good momentum going in this game. I think it's going to be a 4-1 victory for Minnesota.
What about you, Kissington?
I definitely agree with Monkey here. It's going to be all Minnesota pretty much. And I think it's actually going to be a 6-2 victory for Minnesota.
What about you, Nixies? Totally not biased at all.
I think Mallards do come out a little slow sometimes, so I think game 2 they might run away with it. But this game I think is going to be close. I think it's going to be 4-3 Mallards.
Yeah, I'm actually of the belief that I think Mallards can win game 1, but I think Dewsbury can win game 2 and force a game 3. So I'm actually going to take the Minnesota Mallards to win the series in 3 games, but I do think Minnesota's going to win today. I'm going to do 3-1. With that being said, pregame is 30 seconds away, so we're going to head down to the ice with Crowd Justin, myself on commentator, and my co-commentator Kissington. Kissington, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Not as sick anymore, I assume.
Absolutely not. No, I definitely feel a lot better. And also, I want to congratulate you getting your first point against, in the playoffs.
Oh.
Congratulations, getting an assist with Joe Dog. Incredible performance.
So just like that, Minnesota coming out of the tunnel. Just like that, we are ready to go. Fans are fired up. Both teams look to be fired up. And here we go. Starting goalies, obviously, Enda in there for Dewsbury. Then obviously one of the top goalies in the JBHL, Salted and Cooked in there for Minnesota. Angry Ginger Boy. He's going to be out there with JDB Pixel, who's sort of been missing most of the season. So getting him back is huge. Bing Bang Bong is going to be out with Devonta Smith. So trying to get a good secondary help there for who many people believe to be an MVP candidate and a top 5 pick in the upcoming BHL draft. Devonta Smith, Bing Bang Bong will grab it. Trying to get it out is Big Bang Bong. Ginger Boy will try and control it. Trying to get something to go here. Nothing to good, but we have a delayed penalty call, and I believe that is on Dewsbury.
It does look like it's on Dewsbury. He got banged really hard right off the corner.
Yep.
Didn't even touch the puck.
But yes, just like you
And
said, it's detrimental because if Minnesota's on the power play to really start here, I mean, that would be huge, and that is exactly what happens. The inexperience from the people behind Devonta Smith, it will play a factor. So Devonta Smith's going to be out there alone. Pixel and Ginger Boy will stay out there on the power play for Minnesota. In front, Ginger Boy with a shot, and that's a good save from Devonta Smith. Rebound chance, no good. Devonta Smith trying just to get the puck out of his zone. He does for the moment. Possible chance here. Oh my goodness, Devonta Smith shooting, and that's a good save made by Salted. What a save on the rebound, trying to get a shot. Oh, pulling it back and forth like it's its business. Devonta Smith just trying to control the puck, trying to prevent disaster, and he does. And it will help him out and poke check it to the corner. 5 seconds left on the power play. Shot from Ginger Boy. He misses the puck, and just like that, the power play will end. Bing Bang Bong will come up.
What a great kill by Devonta Smith there. You can't get any better than that.
And oh my goodness, and just like
that's
that,
a TMM.
the inexperience from Dewsbury happens. Bing Bang Bong was going for the line change, and just like that, too many men on the ice will be called. Delayed call there, and just like that, too many men, and all of a sudden the penalties come in a lot and plenty here for Dewsbury kids.
If I was Dewsbury in this situation, I would not keep giving away these power plays opportunities. It's just gonna kill Dewsbury.
Obviously, we want to thank everyone here for the JBHL production. Should be a fun 5 games today. 2 games in the first playoff series, and then 3 games later on tonight. Shot there, and that's a good save from Enda. Lee Ferret and Plantus will be out there. Trying to get a pass over the Plantus, and that's a great save from Enda. Rebound chance, no good. Enda will make another save, and he is standing on his head early on in this game.
I did get a notice from Production Cryo. Apparently, he likes to be called N-Day.
Well, he's having himself a day to start this game, let me tell you. Trying to grab it is Haha PvP, one of the better defensive players. Trying to get a shot in front. Enda with just another save and tried to hold it for the power play to sort of end so that way they can get a full line out there, but 1 second will be left. Not a bad choice from Ende, but could result in a Plantus shot if they're not careful. And that is exactly what happens. Plantus a shot, and that's a great save made by Enda. PvP. Trying to bring the puck up himself. Plantus has been really good. The trade acquisition from Maine. Shot, and that's another great save from Enda. Enda having himself a day and a half. Plantus trying to get a shot opportunity there, but that goes wide. Plantus in front. Enda can't get anything to go. PvP. Lee Ferret trying to hit it. Lee Ferret, trending on social media was Lee Ferret for MVP. Loves to be in Discord and just say go Mallards. Big team player. PvP will hit the puck up. Trying to get it forward, and they will go for the line change. Very risky here. Only one man out there. No one knows who's supposed to be out there, so it's an accidental power play, and another save from Enda, and they get it out.
Yeah, that
The
was
miscue
almost terrible.
still that they don't capitalize on the miscue, so it's Shiesty and Bing Bang Bong out there, and just like that, a little bit of mismanagement from Legal when it comes to the line changes. In front, trying to get something to go. Plantus will try and take control of it. He does hit it out. Good defense there. 1:47 left in the first period. Plantus looking for the pass. He can't get it. Bing Bang Bong will hit it out. Possible chance for Bing Bang Bong on the breakaway. If he can get it over from Plantus, he can't. He gets hit to the corner. Salted and cooked. Passes it right to Bing Bang Bong. Can't get the shot off. And just like that, Angry Ginger Boy will come up. They will get a full line change for Minnesota. Devonta Smith and Bing Bang Bong will both be out there. Devonta Smith has been the sole reason Dewsbury has been able to make the playoffs, and it showed. He's been a fantastic source for this entire team. JDB Pixel trying to get it. Devonta Smith trying to take control of it. Very wild hit, but no call there. Will be on puck. Devonta Smith shoots, scores! And just like that, Dewsbury take the lead.
And here we go, talking about our star players who needs to capitalize on this. This is exactly what Devonta Smith does. He gets past them, and he puts in a shot right on the far side. Salton and Cook doesn't know what to do. Easy goal for Dewsbury.
Well, we have a moment. I mean, you do sound like Christopher Walken whenever you talk about the color commentary, in a good way. Shout out, shout out Christopher Walken. He scores the goal there, but I agree. I mean, Dewsbury, this is exactly what they want. Only 2 shots on goal, and one of them went in the net. I mean, this is a team that capitalizes on their opportunities with their star player, and it clearly shows. So just like that, Minnesota already on the back foot. The story coming out of this game is that there were supposed to be 3 games for Minnesota versus Dewsbury today, but Minnesota said they were so confident that this would be a 2-game sweep that the 3rd game would be tomorrow if it was forced. Can they put their money where their mouth is the main question. Haha, PvP with a possible chance of the breakaway, but Pixel will just hit it to the corner. Devonta Smith trying to get the puck. He does for the moment. Pixel will reset. A little bit of bunching there from Dewsbury, and just like that, Ginger Boy gets a breakaway the other way. Ginger Boy with a possible shot opportunity, and that's a great save made by Ende. Ende standing on his head. He is unconscious. 10 shots in the first period. Haha, PvP. And it looks like that will be another Dewsbury penalty.
It looks like the story of Dewsbury right now is just consistently giving up penalties, and they just can't be doing this. But if they're successful on the power play, then on the penalty kill, then who knows?
I mean, if you take away the penalties, easily Dewsbury can be in this game even more. I mean, this has been it's been a frustrating effort here from Minnesota. 10 shots and not a single one of them have gone in. And 5 seconds left. 5 seconds left to go. Trying to get a shot off his Leaf Furret. Can't get anything to go. So Devonta Smith will just hold it. 13 seconds left on the power play. And that will be it for me until the beginning of the second period. So I will send it up to Kissington and the rest of the desk for the first intermission.
And welcome back to the desk. I'm going to start with you, Monkey, since I have you here. How do you feel about that first period?
I mean, the story has obviously got to be Ende there. He's standing on his head and he's blowing expectations. I mean, in the beginning of the game, I said there's a chance he's going to be solid back there, but I think I said this was all going to be Minnesota, but Dewsbury proving me wrong. Except for the penalties, I mean, they're playing a great game so far. Or at least I should say Ende and Devonta Smith are. So
I definitely agree with you on that. I want to take it over to Cryo. How do you feel about the, I would say, discipline against Dewsbury right now?
I mean, you should just say lack thereof, because that's basically the situation that we're in right now. And I mean, the rumors are true. I mean, Salton and Cook is having a terrible job with his Wi-Fi, and that could play a huge factor. And if Salton and Cook isn't on his game, and Dewsbury can get 1 or 2 more goals and sort of increase this lead, I don't be surprised if they park the bus, because they're taking advantage.
Parking the bus.
They're taking advantage of a lonely opportunity. But yeah, I mean, obviously, good job for Dewsbury, but Ende is just standing on his head, and he's the reason it's only a 1-goal game.
Absolutely. And Ende is proving to be that star-studded goalie that any team really needs to fully overcome this Minnesota team. How do you feel, Monkey, on Minnesota getting back into this game?
I mean, I think it's definitely possible. They need to find a way to break Ende here, and I don't think anyone's invincible. I mean, we've never seen a 30 save shutout before. At least I don't think I have. So I think they'll get him eventually.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We're going to head it back to Justin, down over to the rest of the second period.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sick Man. And just like that, it's the start of the second period. Still on the power play is Minnesota. Devonta Smith is going to just try and take control of this puck. He's going to have his work cut out for him for the next 5 seconds. Going to try and get something to go. Lee Furret can't get anything to go. A lot of praise from Minnesota for Lee Furret, saying that he would be a starter on most JBHL teams. Rage bait used to be believable. As we see a hit there, and they're not going to call it. Now they finally call it. At first, it looks like is it really going to be called on Dewsbury? But I thought that was a call on Minnesota. Talk about rage bait. They just baited the penalty call. My goodness. And no, they're going to call it on Devonta Smith.
Wow, that is incredible. I never would have guessed that. I really thought that was Minnesota for a second.
I swear, I thought that was Minnesota as well, but color me surprised. Plantus is going to pass over to Lee Furret. That's a good shot from Mende. Rebound chance! Scores! Lee Furret gets him on the rebound, and finally they break through. It's a tie game.
Yeah, they missed the opportunity on the face-off for that power play, but Lee Furret able to get it around Ende and easy goal.
And the undisciplinary fact checked of, this is a very young Dewsbury team. Even with how good Devonta Smith is, you're only as good as your weakest link, Kizzy.
I definitely agree. Even with them being a young team, they still have to be mindful and be disciplined. It's something that their coaching staff is going to have to teach them going into the game too.
I mean, it can't get worse, Kissington, can it?
I mean, it really can.
But anyways, here we go. Tie game already. Minnesota looking to try and get in their groove, and that's a good save from Mende. Rebound chance, no good in front. Great job there. Ende's on his game, and if it wasn't for a rebound chance, he'd be on a shutout right now. He's been playing fantastic, hoping to keep this up here for Dewsbury. Devonta Smith will hit that puck out of the corner, trying to get out, and he does. Gonna have to force to get it past Plantus, though. Harder than many people think. Plantus, like we said before, an explosive personality, but at the end of the day, he's a fantastic BHLer. And definitely will be one next season. Probably Nom, the way the draft works, but he's going to be fantastic. Trying to get something to go with Plantus and trying to get out of the defensive zone. Devonta Smith will take control of it. And Devonta Smith trying to take the puck back. No one touch it. And no one touching the puck. They just letting Lee Furret go for it. Line change here. They had a chance there. No good. I don't even understand what just happened. But just like that, hot PvP will get it up. Lee Furret will hit it to the corner. And try and get it in front. Possible shot here for Shiesty, and that's going to be hit away from Plantus. Plantus trying to get a shot off, and Shiesty will grab it. JDB Pixel will hit it to the corner. Trying to get something to go. Getting it out of the defensive zone. Possible chance for Haha PvP to get something to go. Shot there, but cooked, and his bad Wi-Fi makes a save. Salted and Cooked told me he's a fan of the a knockoff of the Phantom of the Opera, saying he likes Phantom of the penalty call. So big fan of whatever play that is. Trying to get something to go in. Your Ginger Boy in front, and that's a good save from Ende. Haha PvP around the net. Trying to get something to go for Dewsbury. No one home, though. Trying to grab it with Shiesty. No good. PvP will go back and try and grab it from Angry Ginger Boy. He can't. JDB Pixel will grab it and bring it up. Possible chance there, but it'll get hit to the corner. In front to Angry Ginger Boy. That's a great block from Ha PvP and a possible breakaway chance the other way. If he can take control of the puck, looks like he could for the moment, but Ginger Boy plays great defense. In front, JDB Pixel trying to grab it, but Shiesty does grab it first. Loses control of the puck, so Pixel will hit it to the corner. A little bit of a change there. Plantus in front. No one home. Scores!
Taking advantage.
This communication on the defense, and just like that, Minnesota takes the lead.
Looks like Minnesota took advantage of a line change there and was able to get the corner move out. Easy goal for Minnesota.
So just like that, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout from Zulus. So Minnesota, I mean, the internet issues are playing. I mean, if Dewsbury can just get more than 3 shots on in, two periods, I mean, Kizzy, we may be talking about a closer game because Salted Cook's Wi-Fi is just not working out.
That will be the biggest problem for Minnesota, not having that elite goaltending in Salted and Cooked. I mean, you could also say his Wi-Fi is cooked, but
Yeah, bazinga. But with that being said, Salted and Cooked will fight it out. He will try and fight against it. Fight against the forces of evil, aka Comcast Internet, to try and finish out this period. Minnesota has been doing really good in front to, generate pressure. 17 shots and 15 saves for Ende. He's having the day of his life. And yet Dewsbury can't get anything to help him out. In front shot there, that goes off the post. Bing Bang Bong will try and pass up to Devonta Smith. It will work for the moment, but Plantus will take control of it. Try and get it in front. Good pass away from Bing Bang Bong. We'll try and take control of it, but it will instead go on the stick of Devonta Smith. But Plantus will get to it first. Trying to get around is Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith trying to race Lee Furt to the puck. He can't get anything to go. In front, he passes it over to Plantus, misses the puck, and he misses the puck a second time. Tries to crouch on it for the third time. Can't get anything to go because he does get around Devonta Smith, but then it still gets disrupted. Bing Bang Bong is going to try and hit it back up to Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith trying to get something to go. 1 minute remaining here in the second period. Shot here from Devonta Smith, possibly in front. Devonta Smith can't get a go. What a save made by Salted. Plantus going the other way. Devonta Smith will take control of the puck. And I'm trying to grab it. It's Devonta Smith. He can't get anything to go. Bing Bang Bong will be forced to reset with the puck. Trying to get a goal back. It's Dewsbury. Only a 1-goal game. Anything can happen here. Plantus trying to take control of it. Loses the puck for the moment. Devonta Smith will hit it behind the net. Trying to get an offensive opportunity for Dewsbury. They can't. Bing Bang Bong just absolutely sleeping in the middle of the ice. But Devonta Smith has his back. Devonta Smith alone trying to get a shot off, but Plantus with great defense. 17 seconds to go. Plantus looking for the pass. Lee Furt looking for her second goal of the game. In front, he misses the puck. So going the other way is Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith trying to get around Plantus. He can't. Plantus has been great defensively. And just like that, 3 seconds ago, Devonta Smith looking for possibly one more shot. But Lee Furt will play good defense. And we will head up to Kissington with us at the rest of the desk to talk about the second period.
Thank you, Justin, and welcome back to the second intermission. Monkey, I want to come over to you. Here we have Ende, 17 shots, 15 saves. And for his team, 3 shots, only 1 goal. How do you, I would know, being a player on your team for the Raptors, but how do you, as a goalie, rally your team to come back against such an overwhelming deficit?
I mean, I played skater before, I played player before. I like to think that when you see your goalie make that many saves and take that many shots and only let 2 of them in, that you get a spark of energy. But Dewsbury really needs to get it together. I mean, like I said earlier, enough shots is just too much for one guy to handle, and Ende finally broke off of an unfortunate amount of shots because they just kept giving up these low quality shots, and they kept letting these passes through the slot get put on net. They can't keep doing that, but they can capitalize on the fact that Salted and Cook internet is absolutely down the toilet right now. So,
yeah, I definitely agree. That is going to be an issue going forward. Cryo, I do need to ask you, do you think that Salted and Cook's Wi-Fi is going to be a bigger issue than we thought previously?
I mean, I would if Dewsbury had any chance on offense. I mean, we're almost halfway to the playoff record JBHL wise for shots on goal in a game. I think it's around 37 with the Aces. But I mean, it's Dewsbury can't get any shots on goal. I mean, it's really the Devonta Smith show, and when they put Plantus on him, that's really been the key factor to shutting down Devonta Smith, and they've done a great job with that. Even though they should have way more goals in this game.
I definitely agree with you there, and I really think the main issue with that is the lack of VZQW. I think that's really hurting them right now. Him feeding Devonta Smith was definitely the right move. So having him not here is definitely going to be one of the downfalls. But I'm gonna send it back to you, Justin.
Sure.
Here we go. Start of the third. Can Dewsbury get a goal back and force overtime? Bing Bang Bong trying to get the puck, but Lee Furt will get to it first. Lee Furt Bing Bang Bong will try and take control of it. Instead, Devonta Smith just tries to take over himself, but Plontoos gets to it at first. Possible chance opportunity for Plontoos. Ende went out of his net. But luckily, it did not. Oh, been affected him. Almost an own goal from Devonta Smith. Hits it luckily to the corner. Plontoos trying to take control of it. Two of the best players on the ice fighting it in the corner. Ende swats it away. Trying to get his Plontoos. What a move! Scores! Just like that, it's a 2-goal game thanks to Plontoos.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Dewsbury was a bit flustered there. They didn't know where they were going. Ende was kind of lost in the sauce. Needed some meatballs to help get him out of that sauce. But
oh, don't get me hungry, brother. Let me tell you.
I mean, it just didn't play well for them, and Plontoos was able to get an easy goal.
I mean, I with the shots on goal at Kensington, I think we both expected it to be 7-1 at this point. The fact that it's only a 2-goal lead and Dewsbury still has a chance is kind of disappointing for Minnesota, even though they've really been controlling this game.
It's very disappointing, and unfortunately, who knows what they're going to be like in Game 2.
That's going to be really huge to see what happens. Devonta Smith just trying everything in his willpower to try and get the Deers back into this game. Devonta Smith, one of the leading point getters here during the JBHL season. Shot in front, delayed penalty, and that will be on Dewsbury. Well, like we're talking about, our producer has put a lot of money on Minnesota money line. Let me tell you. But when it comes to this game, what I was going to mention, because I mean, the second most points in the JBHL regular season was Devonta Smith, but it was 20 goals and 3 assists, and that sort of, you can kind of see that it shows in the play style that they have during this game.
It does show, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty on Minnesota this time.
Someone in chat saying, you know what, I'm not going to say that because I feel like we'd probably get banned for that. But we're going to go right into this Dewsbury power play. What a great way to get a possible goal back. So Plontoos and Devonta Smith will be out there. I mean, if Plontoos is out there, just say goodnight to any chance for Devonta Smith and just like that, Plontoos on the penalty kill, getting a shot at Ende with a great save. Ende, I mean, going into next season, Kensington, we're probably talking about a top-level JBHL goalie. I mean, he's having a fantastic day, even with them losing.
100%. I mean, I don't think he's going to get drafted this season. There's a lot of elite goaltenders, but I definitely see him for sure next season getting drafted with the way he's playing.
I was going to say a possible chance in front for Devonta Smith, but again, he whiffed. That's been one of his biggest issues. Him and McCoy sort of cut from the same cloth, for lack of a better word, when it comes to missed opportunities. They could have scored a lot more goals, but that's what comes with the JBHL. Devonta Smith going to try and get something in front. He looks like he does. Trying to catch him on the line. Changes Devonta Smith. Trying to take control of the puck. He loses it again. Devonta Smith gets around Leifert. Now has to get around Angry Ginger Boy. Can't get anything to go. So Angry Ginger Boy going the other way. Shoots and he's going to get it deflected wide. In front. What a terrible pass. But Ginger Boy cannot convert. Ginger Boy trying to get something to go here. JDB Pixel trying to get around. And absolutely haymaker Shiesty trying to take control of the puck. So, I mean, Dewsbury will get another chance here, Kizzy.
This is starting to become a very physical game. We have Dewsbury getting the majority of penalties in the first period, and now we have Minnesota getting the majority of penalties in this period. It's been physical back and forth this series, and you might think there's a bit of a rivalry coming from the regular season.
Well, you know, a rivalry means that there's back and forth wins and losses. I think Minnesota has won the series when it comes to regular season. Up to PvP and Shiesty to get something to go on the power play, and Ginger Boy just clearly hits it. In front, Ginger Boy, possible shot opportunity on the penalty kill. Good save made by Ende. He's at 20 shots, and he's made 17 saves. PvP will try and get it out. PvP and Shiesty just holding hands instead of actually running a play. It feels like we're in a scrimmage. We're not even in an actual game with how they're playing. No urgency at all from Dewsbury. Trying to get a puck up, he can't. Ginger Boy will take control of it, and the penalty kill will be nice and easy for Ginger Boy. Ever since Plontoos has joined Minnesota, been a little bit of a change of power when it comes to who's the best player on Minnesota. Even though most people all season long said it was Salton. People looked at Ginger Boy as an MVP candidate, but Plantus is sort of taking the charge on that, especially with the lackluster second half here for Ginger Boy. A possible chance for JDB. Pixel off the post, trying to get it out. Ende on the line. Can they get it out? Yes, they can. What a defensive play from Ende. In front, another chance, but JDB Pixel can't get anything to go. So if Devonta Smith will take control of the puck. Angry Ginger Boy with good defense. Trying to see if they can possibly get a line change here, looks like, but no dice. And another shot in the corner there. At this point, just call this the penalty game of all time. In front, JDB Pixel gets a chance on a breakaway, but he misses the puck, so he will try and revert to it. So Devonta Smith will try and get an opportunity, try and get it up to PvP. Looks like they're line stacking now. Here with a minute left. Probably looking for a timeout here. Wouldn't be the worst call. Try and get it in front of Devonta Smith. Plantus will get to it first. Plantus has disrupted Devonta Smith so many times. Pixel on the line, scores! And that will probably do it for game one, as all of a sudden Minnesota takes a 3-goal lead.
And a hat trick for Plantus. They get the post abuse on a shot from JDP Pixel. And easy tap in for Plantus. You can't get any better for that to get him the hat trick. What a goal.
And just like that, they might go quietly into the night if we don't see any sort of change here. Legal will call timeout. Get his two best players out there for 52 seconds. I mean, Kissington, I have one more question for you. And my question for you is, do you believe in miracles?
I do believe in miracles, but in this case, I feel like the miracle is far out of reach.
I mean, you probably would believe in miracles if the Raptors made the playoffs, but that is a separate story. But anyways, wait time will be
Dewsbury
called.
ruined those chances.
Yeah, and guess what? I honestly think the Raptors could have given Minnesota a valiant effort, or whoever they face. I mean, even Quebec.
I think we would.
Quebec looks. The thing is, even Quebec looks shaky, Kissington. I think we both can agree with that.
Yeah, I think we would have played Quebec, and I feel like we would have given them a run for their money in the playoffs for sure.
In front, so Ginger Boy and Plantus will be out there. That's the thing with calling timeout. It benefits the other team just as much as it benefits you. So it really just depends on if the MVP, the second leader in points, can get anything to go. Obviously, the only person ahead of Devonta Smith in regular season points was Sell and Unborn, the Husky star player, and most people thought to be MVP candidate. So we will see them after this series, after whether they do sweep or we do have to see a game 3. We will see the Huskies and the Lobsters after this. So it should be a really fun series. 7 seconds to go. Nothing can get going. They will just hit the puck and just pretend like they're actually playing a hockey game. And just like that, the Mallards really shored up in the third period and actually play really respectfully, because even for the third period, I mean, they didn't look that great, which, I mean, against a Dewsbury team, you should be up by a lot if you're shooting 21 shots.
Definitely, you should definitely be up a lot more. Expect to see them a lot more in game 2.
Yep, we will. And this is Crowd Justin with Kissington, Boogie, and Monkey, and Nixies. And just like that, we will head over to Dewsbury for game 2 of the series momentarily. Welcome back to Game 2. Minnesota takes control 4-1, but the real story of this Kissington was the fact that it should have been way more lopsided. They'd played really sloppy in that game, and with all the chirping that they've been doing before this game, it's kind of embarrassing.
I definitely agree. It should have been a lot more higher scoring. You can't be trash talking like that on a 4-1. It's really close. You know, Dewsbury doesn't have VZQW, who's definitely going to be one of their better performers. So we'll see how game 2 goes.
Yeah, we'll get right into the game real quick. Like rapid fire monkey prediction.
I'm gonna have to say, I mean, I think they can shut it down a little more. I still think it's gonna be a 3-0 win here, to be honest.
Kissington, we gotta go quick.
I'm going to go 5-0 Minnesota.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Minnesota. What about you, Nixies?
6-2 Min.
Woo! You have them scoring 2 goals. That's bold. That,
Yeah,
that is
I
bold.
think the
that is
breakaway.
bold.
That is bold coming for Dewsbury. No
Nick's is
offense.
praying against his own team, dude.
Yeah. But
Yo,
with
who
that
got
being,
it? Who got it right last time? Was it Monkey or Kissington? Someone said 4-1
I think
Oh,
it
it
was
was me.
Monkey.
It was me.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
was
you.
it Monkey?
Yeah.
or Monkey.
It was Monkey. It was Monkey.
Yeah.
Good
But with that
shout.
being said, we'll get right into the second, the first period. Kissington will take control of the desk for the first and second intermission. But with that being said, let's get it going. Can Minnesota close out the series, or will we need a game 3 on Saturday night? Leave for with a possible shot opportunity. That's a good save from Bing Bang Bong. Good deflection. Leave for it, looking for an opening. Devonta Smith will take control of the puck. And really, the key matchup we're seeing so far is Plantu's on Devonta Smith's shot. How about there? How about that? Devonta Smith shot, and that's a good save from Salted. Plantu's, I think he needs ankle surgery after what happened to him. Oh my goodness. Bing Bang Bong trying to take control of the puck. Someone get him a sponsorship with Chewy. He just got walked like a dog. Anyways, trying to get it in front is Devonta Smith. He's going to hit it back defensively. Bad in front and scores! Bad take from Devonta Smith. A rare miss from the MVP candidate, and Plantus takes advantage. It's 1-0 Minnesota.
Yeah, you can't be missing that if you're Devontae Smith. Just an easy goal, easy win. I mean, there's not really much to talk about it. Ende's kind of just lost in the sauce, looking at his own net, wondering if he's.
I know I'm running a charity, Blocky Hockey Cares, but those are not the type of charity goals I'm looking for. But this has been a very, very. I mean, it's just mental mistakes, and even with that, you know, Devonta Smith getting drafted, Dewsbury sort of in a state of flux. You still have some promising players for next season. You know, obviously we still have games to play, but going to be really interesting to see the future of Dewsbury. Plantus trying to take control of the puck. Devonta Smith trying to get in front of him. Possible chance, and that's going to go wide. Possible chance here in front, trying to get something to go. In front, trying to get his leaf for it, and that's a great save from Ende. Rebound, it's no good in front. And Ende will just hit it to the corner. Plantus taking control of it. How about that for juking the defender? Gets around for a moment. Ende trying to get the control of it, and he hits it into his own net. Trying to get around it, it was on the line, and just like that, it's a 2-goal lead.
Ende is lost. I don't know what he's doing. That was an easy an easy save, and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah, the first part of the tutorial series I put out was stay chillaxed when you're on the line and you got to clear a puck, and he looked very shaky there. Unfortunate mistake from Ende. He hasn't made too many of those this series.
I mean,
Looks like we have a.
Nixie's.
goaltender
If you were in
change.
a situation facing 21 shots in the first game, your confidence is going to get shaken no matter what if you let up a lot of goals. Even then, it's not even his fault entirely. It's just the fact that Dewsbury can't get anything going offensively. Shicey going to try and get it up to Devonta Smith. No good. I don't think Shicey and Devonta Smith were on the line together, so a little bit of a line change here from Legal. So PvP will actually go in net for goalie, for Dewsbury. Shot for Devonta Smith on the line, trying to get something going. Sultan in front, trying to get something going. What a save made by Sultan and Cooked.
Yeah, it would have been called off.
In front, trying to get something to go. In front, Devonta Smith going to try and take control of the puck. Try and get it past JDB Pixel. Loses the puck for the moment. And it just looks like Dewsbury is just outmatched in front.
Mm-hmm.
He did. I believe during the beginning of the season he was a goalie as well. So definitely, I can definitely confirm that goalie experience
From my
PvP.
draft class.
Yeah, back in my older days, he used to play goalie.
He was drafted in my draft class.
And JDB Pixel in front, trying to get something to go. Good save from PvP.
Yeah, we were all in the same draft class.
Who else do you can throw? Who else can you throw out there? I get something in front. He's going out there. He's going to a 0 stam. Come on, keep him out there. He's your best player. I think Legal is just throwing this game. I mean, not throwing this game, but like he's just saying, screw it. Keep the best player out there, even though Stam's going to play an issue. That team is walking like turtles. My goodness me, it's turning into a wacky game to say the least.
Technically, we have no core skater because of the
On twos. Try and get something to go. A pass in front. Nobody home for Leaf. Even then, Kensington, we just talk about, we hear the talk. And I feel like the one thing that we see from a lot of teams is they'll chirp a lot, but if they can't back it up with their action, it's going to affect them. And I don't think that Minnesota is going to be that bad. I mean, obviously they're a talented team, but do you think that this could play a detrimental in the second round if they were to win this game with whoever they face?
It definitely could, and that might be the one thing that ends up hurting them in the second round.
Is Devonta Smith actually one stam? Oh my goodness. This is the first time I've seen a one stam. Keep him out. They're saying keep him out there. Try and get something to go. Plantu's in front. Can't get anything to go. Shot in front. And that's a good save from PvP. 26 seconds ago. And that would have been a goal, but that was offsides.
Oh.
And there is a challenge from Zulus. This is what we talked about because it's going to be the explosive personality. I mean, I don't understand the challenge. You're already up 2-0. You have 11 shots to 1. I mean,
I think Zulus is just trying to stat pad his team for the playoffs. I think that's all this
like
is.
It's crazy to think that, like, trust me, I love Ginger Boy as much as the next person, but I think we all can. I think Kensington, you can agree, especially. Like, I mean, he's definitely trailed off in these past, few games before the end of the regular season, going into this playoffs.
Yeah, he definitely has. One person, you would want to see more out of him too. It's definitely what I would concur with.
Yeah, I have insider knowledge on that kind of situation, but he did feel like he had to take more of a defensive role playing with some new players, but obviously even right now he's not playing up to his potential, and I think that's very evident.
I mean,
Devonta Smith now saying that he was told to stay on the whole game. So excellent coaching from legal. So
I don't agree with that call, Justin. I really don't.
I mean, not to sound Dewsbury centric, but I mean, you bring up a good point. I mean, what's the point of this? Why are you trying to run up stats against a bad team? Are you, because it feels like Kissington, I'll go to you. It sort of shows a little bit of a LDS. I can't say what that means, for the live stream, but I think everyone knows what that means. Talk about something that's tiny. Well, I mean, it just seems like they're scared for the next round because they don't have that much confidence going into the next round. Because that's what it's saying to me.
I mean, given the way that they're performing right now, I mean, they'll at least be able to do something. But I do agree that they might be semi-scared because there are some really good teams in this playoffs. I mean, we have Quebec, Detroit. They can definitely hold their own. And then you also have, Maine's a really good team.
My goodness,
You- is that your back?
Devonta Smith can actually breathe for once. He can have some Gatorade. How about that?
Devontae Smith
was
takes his
gonna-
first breath of the game.
I was gonna say they might have to build a Great Wall of Dewsbury on this goal line here.
But Dewsbury will go on the power play, so
delay a
chance to get a
game.
goal back. There is a timeout though, so they have to call that timeout. Shout out to the one ref. Shout out to the referee not calling timeout.
Do something.
Shout out to the timeout. There we go. Right before the puck was about to drop. While we have a moment, Nixie's as sort of the insider for Minnesota. I mean, what do you think about this? It just feels like Zulus is in over his head right now.
Yeah, I think the team, they might not be taking it as serious as they should. And I don't know. Challenging there just seems a little weird. Maybe he saw it from his perspective. It looked onside, but even still, it's you're up in a 2-0 game. A guy's on 1 stamina. You're giving them a timeout opportunity to bring back in their other goalie.
It's like that. Dewsbury will have an entire period to go. So just like that.
There you go.
And trying to get there. What's about the Smith? Devonta Smith was late to the I think everyone's just late to the party right now. Plantus with a shot in front. Good save made. By I believe that is Ende. Yes. So now 2-on-1 chance. No good though. Devonta Smith does get it past Plantus for the moment. Possible chance here. For Shiesty to get something to go in front. They'll have 3 seconds left here in the power play. Here to start. Trying to get in front of Devonta Smith. They can't. Good defense from Plantus. And just like that, I will hand it up to Kissington as we go up to the desk for the first intermission.
Thank you, Justin. And let me start. Let me start. This has been an incredible performance by Minnesota. 11 shots, 2 goals. But the other thing is, how do we feel about Dewsbury in this situation, Nixus?
Not great. I did say at the end of the first kind of desk we did, but breakaway chances are going to be king for Dewsbury, and we saw it almost immediately at the start of that period. And I think if they try and take those opportunities, because they've looked for the most part solid defensively, if they take opportunities like that, I really think they can come back into this game.
I just think I don't agree with Kissington. I'm so sorry to barge in, but I just don't agree with it. I mean, just coming from a fan perspective, I mean, Minnesota has looked horrific. They've gotten lucky with an own goal and a pass that was right in front of the net. I mean, if you feel confident about Minnesota going into the second round, that's on you. Because for me, I have nothing against the players. It's just like we said before, the explosive egos are definitely taken into effect.
Right, I definitely agree with both situations there. I feel like there's much to be taken away from that, but I do want to get Monkey in on this. You do have Ende leaving and then Haha PvP coming in. From a goaltender perspective, how does that change this Dewsbury team?
I mean, I think Ende actually did come back, but it definitely mixed them up a bit. You could kind of tell. I don't think Haha PvP was ready. But if you guys heard what Nick said, Nick's Haha PvP and I were actually all in a draft class, and we all played goalie. So it's pretty funny. Haha PvP's been around for a long time, so not a bad choice by them.
All right. Well, we do have 6 seconds left on this Dewsbury power play. I'm going to send it back over to you, Cryo, for this second period.
I mean, we could talk about anything else but this game if it was me, but we do have 10 more minutes of hockey to play. See if Minnesota can win this game and advance to the second round. And Bing Bang Bong just not going for the puck. They went for the quick line change, and it did work. Pondues and Leafer will be out there. Bing Bang Bong. I think a traffic cone would be a better defender than Bing Bang Bong. Shot in front. That's a good save from Ende.
That's crazy.
Looking like Cody Cece out there. My goodness. He is just not moving.
I will say it is great to have Ende back in net. Glad to know he didn't rage quit and leave out.
So like McCoy did after that game-sealing goal for the Nordiques.
Exactly.
Vegas, while we have a moment, I mean, no real threat here unless we see some offensive production from Dewsbury. But what do you think about, Devonta Smith? We have 3 players that probably will go into the first round going into the next season, Kissington, for the draft. I mean, what do you think about them?
I mean, Devonta Smith, definitely a good first round pick for any BHL team. I really think Wad is going to be the first one to go overall. Wad has been an incredible performer, and I can't wait to see their series play later on. Mm-hmm. And then as for Sell Unborn, I mean, do I really need to say anything?
You really don't. I mean, in my opinion, like if I was the sole proprietor of, talking about everything in the JBHL, he would be my MVP candidate. I really do think that even with Wad taking over that role and like helping out Sullenborn, I think that's a nasty one. That's probably when we talk about line stacks, because I think we both agree that's the best line stack on the JBHL this season.
I'm actually going to disagree with you on PV.
Oh, wow.
On MVP candidate, yeah. I think Wad takes it.
I mean, you could give it to either player. You could give it to either player, and I would not be mad. I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, both those players could easily deserve it. Shot there, and that goes off the post. So 14 shots, only 2 goals, and one of them was an own goal, and one of them was just passed in front. So no legitimate goals here from Minnesota.
Breakaway.
Can PvP get it the other way? Loses the puck. We'll get a chance here. They'll take his time. Does not do the right P3. More like a P0 there, but Pixel trying to pass it up. Trying to grab it with PvP. But Shicey will try and get the puck up. Pixel and PvP fighting for the puck. Shicey will grab it. Possible chance for PvP if he can get a breakaway opportunity here. 2:40 to go in the second. Shiesty in front. JDB Pixel with a possible shot opportunity, but that's a good save. Good deflection from Shiesty. In front, Ginger Boy trying to get a shot opportunity there. Just P3s it from the middle of the ice. So no good. And I mean, if we're going to highlight anyone through both games in the losing effort, it has to be Ende Kissington.
100%. Ende has been standing on his head. He's been getting all these saves. I mean, he did have the one own goal unintentionally, but he's been performing really well.
Yeah, I don't know if the broadcast can hear you, but if they can, I agree. For those who can't hear Caribou, I mean, just the poor quality of shots is definitely a key factor. They're only taking shots from the blue line. They're not trying to take any smart shots, Kissington. I feel like getting less high quality shots is better than a lot of low quality shots.
This game speaks to Minnesota's lack of
I would agree.
Sorry. I'm very sorry you have to hear this next season, but we only speak the truth there.
That's all right. They're not looking great right now. And I've I've had teams do this to me before, but
In front shot, and that scores. That's what we call a high quality shot. That's 2 goals from Plontoos, making it 3-0.
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
Pontus is making a case for him to become the playoff MVP candidate. Maybe not the regular season MVP, but maybe playoff MVP, the way he's playing right now.
Yeah. He has the same odds as me. But anyways, getting back into this game, I mean, but I mean, while we have a moment, Kissington, what's your favorite stadium food?
Favorite stadium food? Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with. You can't go wrong with the pretzel.
Ooh, yes. Especially a good salted pretzel if you have get a little butter on the side.
Me personally,
Ooh.
our arena does the like kind of churro pretzels. Actually, really good.
Ooh. I never had that before. Sounds splendid. Shot there from Plontoos, but we'll hit the post. I'm a big hot dog guy whenever I go to, because Fenway Park's in my backyard. Shot there, and that's gonna go off the post yet again. But yeah, big hot dog guy. Can't go wrong.
Challenge level impossible.
I mean, Caribou, that relies on one question: is the puck getting passed right in front of the net in his lap? If shots in front, that's a good save from Enda. That is, we are at. By the way, while we have a moment, we are at. Whoa, and that's a goal there from Plontoos. Well, we are at 20 shots to 2. I mean, at this point, we can host a little 2-minute podcast during the intermission report. There's nothing really to talk about.
This is the
I have not.
This is the second hat trick in the second game for Plontoos. So I think he's at what, 6 goals now? I think he's now. I mean, can't go wrong with some Sabrina Carpenter.
You really can't. I'm a big. My music taste is all over the place, but I can't go wrong with some Kesha. Big Kesha fan.
I'd take Sabrina Carpenter over Kesha.
When it comes to music, I don't agree with that.
Maybe a different generation. Maybe.
Yeah, different generation. I remember I'm
Never mind,
I'm unk in this league, so you gotta take that into account. Oh, shot here! Oh, and that was almost close to a goal. What a save from Salted.
I have liked Shiesty, by the way.
Shot, and that'll go off the post. And try and get something to go. They can't. And just like that, it is a 4-goal game. And let's go over to the 2-minute podcast where we talk about nothing about hockey here with Kissington.
I'll come back to the desk. I'm gonna get right to it, Monkey. This has been kind of a lackluster game. How do you, in Salted's situation, prepare yourself for a game like this? I mean, there's not much going on. How do you not get bored over there?
What the?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, they decide to skip, and
he did say it.
Your mic was
I just won't answer the question. Then it's okay.
It's. I mean, well, you have a moment, Monkey. It's more of an open panel whenever you get games like this.
I mean, what can you prepare for? You're sitting off into the side. He's been sat on the ice for like the last 15 minutes. I mean, there's not much you can do except for sit and wait around for them to get on the other end of the ice.
Is that a little New Jersey accent? Sitting on the ice.
Ain't got no Jersey. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, they kind of sound similar.
Equally
Not
bad.
really, but I kind
I
of
see
think
the
so.
similarity.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot dogs, that Chicago dog.
Oh, those Chicago.
You can't.
Chicago
Bro, don't even get me started with a Fenway Frank, man. Ooh. Zulus is just on the ice. He's not even. This is the most unserious game of all time, and this is a playoff game, mind you. In front, trying to get something to go. Maybe Devonta Smith can. Maybe we can see a goal from Devonta Smith. Maybe in the second game. Who knows? But obviously, whatever. Ooh, chance here for Devonta Smith. Shot, and Salted will make the save. No Wi-Fi issues there. Like we said before, Salted and Cook.
Dangerous.
there was a knockoff of Phantom of the Opera, one of the play, and it was called Phantom of the Penalty Call. He's a big fan of that.
Speaking of penalty calls, there really hasn't been too many this this game.
I think the refs just put the whistles down because they just don't want this game to last 17 hours. I'm not going to go.
I mean,
there may be not many chances here, but boy, oh boy, let me tell you, so Monkey, it's crazy that he'll still have a high save percentage even with allowing 4 goals.
I mean,
which is absurd.
As a goalie, the best thing you can do is try not to look at the numbers. I get in my own head a lot myself, but just worry about getting the win. And it is crazy the amount of shots he's facing, and how his save percentage will probably still be a .800 even after this.
Reminds me of me during BHCL. I was averaging 21 shots against through the first 4 games.
It was Salted and Cookies getting twerked on by his coach.
Okay.
That is, we're in a playoff game, mind you. We are still in a playoff game. What is going on? Anyways, Angry Ginger Boy gonna try and take it, and no one home. I got a shot.
Line stack.
The line stack. Yeah, because Pontoos isn't part of the line stack. I agree.
No, for new.
For Dewsbury, I didn't even see that. Oh wow. Oh boy.
Insider trading.
So
I mean, going into next season. Oh, continue. Please.
I was gonna say, are we gonna potentially see a great wall of Dewsbury if Devontae Smith's gonna be at 1 stam?
Oh, save!
What a save from Devontae Smith. 24 shots, 25 shots. Can we reach 30, please? Yeah, there's no way it happens unless.
Well, it could now.
Well, it absolutely could. Now looking at it.
Oh.
Shot and score. Ginger Boy gets on the board with his first goal.
I will say this. It's about time.
Yes.
I needed Ginger Boy to start getting up there, but you know what? They just need to not score for the rest of this so I can have a good prediction.
So, Monkey, I wanted to ask you, since you're a team that didn't make the playoffs legitimately, what would you rather have? You know, sort of a season where like you're still learning and you miss the playoffs, or you have that playoff experience, but it's a game like this where it just gets out of hand.
I mean, to me, it's a little more heartbreaking to make the playoffs and then just kind of get stomped out of them.
We actually just like.
Yeah, no, for those who don't know, we are literally seeing a great wall. We're doing a great wall of Dewsbury. This is not a joke. Now, Caribou, we might actually see the shot record be broken. I'm not even lying. There's an actual legitimate chance now with what's going on. Shot there, that's blocked. In front, that's another save. 29. Here we reach 30.
Step back.
And then they step back. Wait for another shot there. Oh, and that's a big save. Oh my God. In front, save.
Shot record.
Can we reach the shot record? The shot record is 39. We're at 31.
This is what we should have done when we were 1-0 up in the first series. This is what we should have done.
In front, shot there. Not going to count.
2 new players for Mallards, by the way.
Let them know. Let them know about the shot record, please. Shot, and that's another save. We're about to reach the shot record. John Juco with the goal. Oh
so
my
we have
goodness.
the strategy
we have 3 away from the shot record being tied. I can't believe I just said that out loud.
My prediction is still up.
We still have the strategy of the Great Wall of Dewsbury coming in.
Zulus is calling timeout.
That's crazy.
Zulus, no.
Really helping out.
We can't be real.
Really helping out too.
I didn't want it.
Vac wants to leave.
Shot in front. We're at 34 still. 35.
Wait, take it back.
What are they doing? Shot. Save.
One more to tie it.
Here we see. We need another one. He's got to be first star of the game, even with allowing 6 goals. In front. That shot won't count. You need 2 more to break the record for playoff shots in a game. Shot.
No, it
They
counted.
won't count.
That
That
counted.
does
Look at
count.
trying to get shoot. And so now we can't shoot. Can they break the record? Yes, they
38.
can. And just like that. At least wait. We'll at least wait until wait. Can we reach 40? Yes. Yes. Do it. Do it.
39.
Can they get 40?